You have found your way down to the Matt Cave. Welcome everyone to Matt Cave Gaming. You're here tonight for Video Games Monthly, and tonight I got some fun stuff I think in this box. At least I'm hoping so. For this one, I actually reached out to Video Games Monthly and made a request. And I asked, hey, I'm wondering if we could do a theme. Would it be possible to do movie tie-in video games for all 4 entries in the box? Because I'm signed up to get 4 games per box. Sometimes we get bonus ones. Sometimes we get the 1-ups or the 2-ups and get some bonus games in there. But I made the request. I reached out, I thought, it couldn't hurt. They've been, always nice with communicating either on Twitter or via email. So I figured I'd reach out. And I thought, it could be fun if we make a theme here somehow. And I thought, oh, wow, what if we did like movie tie-in games? A lot of those games get a bad reputation, but some of them were actually really good, and some are actually hidden gems. They did reply to me, and they thanked me for reaching out, and they said we'll check our inventory and we'll see if we could do that for you. So I know that they, at least check, and they kind of, they put the effort in to try to customize these boxes when people do put requests in. I try not to reach out to them too often. I don't want to be a bother or anything like that. I'm really happy with just the altogether surprise we get each month with this. So I'm really excited to see what's in here. All right, let's switch over to the other cam. What's up? All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this package here. All right. It's a light box this time, guys. It's really light. I'm very, very curious what could be in here this time, being this light. The last box we got was heavy. It was bulky. I don't know if you guys remember. It was so bulky that the packaging was bumped up. Okay, guys. Video Games Monthly, here we go. VideoGamesMonthly.com. If you're not familiar with Video Games Monthly, it is a service you can sign up for online where each month you get a mystery box of video games, ranging from Atari 2600 all the way through the PlayStation 4. It is a wide variety of games you can get. I'm signed up to receive 4 games per box, but we might get some bonuses in there. We also might get like bonus little trinkets and little toys and stuff. So it all kind of changes every month. So if you've never checked it out, go directly to their site, videogamesmonthly.com. See if there's a plan that works for you. Let's do it. Let's get this box propped. We'll get the fins out. Fins. 1 fin. 2 fins. We got the fins out. Here we go. Video Games Monthly, our box for September of 2024. We're going to go in, see if we can see what the paperwork is. So I always try to find that first. I feel something kind of squishy. I think this is the card. So let's grab the card first. And it is our standard card here, guys. So this tells you all about the service, the Video Games Monthly service, and a bonus thing you could do if you share your unboxings and stuff on social media. Normally, if there was a bonus, we would have a 1-up or a 2-up or something like that on the card here. So no bonus this time. So there should be 4 games in this box, which is exactly what I'm signed up for. So let's see what we got as a bonus item. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. My daughter is gonna lose her mind. Guys, I don't know if you remember around Christmas time, this is a sticker sheet where you put together Mario. And when you put together Mario, however you want, whatever form you want here with the stickers, around Christmas time, this past Christmas, we got one just like this that featured Luigi. And I gave that to my daughter, and she absolutely loved it and put together a whole picture. She made a whole picture with a background and everything. I gotta go find it, and I'll show it to you guys at some point. But she put it all together with Luigi, and now we have Super Mario himself to go along with it. And I think, if I remember correctly, she left some space on that picture. I think she might have left room, so she might actually be able to add Mario right to that picture of Luigi. This is cool. I love the sticker stuff that we get with these things. They're always high quality stickers too, They don't feel cheesy, So it's nice. They give you some quality little toys. We'll put that over there for now. I love finding stuff like that. It's so much fun. We've had like the slap bracelets. We got those pins in the past. Oh man, those Super Mario Kart pins are really cool. I really like those. Now we're going to find out what our first game is. So here we go. We're going into the box. We're going in. Let's see what I got here. I feel a handheld game. I feel a handheld, everybody. This feels like a Game Gear game. Yeah, it's like the large sticker and there's kind of a bump at the top of the cartridge. Yeah, this is definitely a Game Gear game. So that's one of the things I had on the list for this month. So let's see what we have. Game number 1, everybody. 3, 2, 1. What do we got here? Jungle Book. We got the Jungle Book for the Game Gear. Now, okay, that's a good sign. The request I made to VGM was, could we do movie tie-in games? Well, you know what? The Jungle Book is a movie tie-in game. Now, I've played this on the Sega Genesis, and I've played it a bit remastered when they put out that like Disney Classics collection on the PS4, which had Jungle Book, Aladdin, and The Lion King in it. This game is tricky on the Genesis. I believe it was on the Super Nintendo as well, but I've never played this on the Sega Game Gear. So I'm psyched to try this out, because especially since I have the adapter for my Retron 5, the Hyperkin Retron 5, I have the adapter that will let me play Game Gear games on there. So we are off to a good start as far as I'm concerned. Jungle Book's a fun game on the Genesis, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they handled it on the Game Gear. But also, this is a movie tie-in game. So the big question is, are the other 3 games also movie tie-ins? Let me know in the comments, have you played the Jungle Book both on console, and have you played it handheld on the Sega Game Gear? Reaching in, let's see what we got going on here. I feel a cartridge. This feels like a Super Nintendo cart. Yeah, this has got to be Super Nintendo. All right, guys, we've got an SNES game as our second pull from this month's box. Let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Batman Returns!
He's a dirty bird with a deadly exploding umbrella. And she? Well, she is perfectly evil. A destructo feline skilled in flips, kicks, and cartwheels. They must be stopped. Someone must cage the wild animals let loose upon the streets of Gotham City. In Batman Returns from Konami, only you, as the Caped Crusader himself, can end their wicked reign of terror. It's Super NES action like you've never seen before, simulating all the adventure and intrigue of the hit blockbuster movie. Step into the silver screen as you fight for justice through 7 cruel and unusual stages. Meet your arch enemies in intense 3D simulation as you command the high-speed Batmobile. And then, chill out in Penguin's dreaded Arctic World hideout. Gameplay is designed to appeal to all age and experience levels. Batman Returns brings superhero stature and silver screen simulation to the Super NES, only from Konami.
You know what's kind of funny? I had Batman Returns on the Game Gear as a kid. So that's kind of funny. I've been building up my Super Nintendo collection, and this one I do not have. Batman Returns on the Game Gear was one of my favorite games to play on that handheld system. I'm really curious now. Does the Super Nintendo version, and even the Genesis version, I would imagine, if it would be roughly the same, because a lot of the times at this time, back in the 90s, especially between the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, games would come out on both, but maybe slightly different. The movie tie-in ones usually had a bit of a difference between the consoles. So Batman Returns is also one of my favorite Batman movies. Seeing Danny DeVito as the Penguin, which, by the way, I just went and saw Beetlejuice, and Danny DeVito is in that movie, everybody. And there is a moment where he does a penguin growl. It's awesome. I caught it right away when it happened. It was a super cool little Tim Burton Easter egg. But man, Batman Returns featuring Danny DeVito as the Penguin. We had Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and then Christopher Walken played her boss. I mean, it was just such a cool movie. Sam says the SNES is totally different from the Genesis one. So I would imagine then this is totally different from the Game Gear version that I played back in the day. That's really cool. Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo, the label looks real nice. Cartridge overall is in nice condition. And we'll take a look at the The pins. Pins look nice and clean. I mean, you probably can't really tell on the camera, but pins look nice and clean. Overall, again, really good quality cartridge, nice and clean. We tend to get really good quality stuff from VGM around here. Batman Returns, made by Konami on the Super Nintendo, is our second game of the night. 2 movie tie-in games right there. I'm thinking the other 2 are as well, which means VGM is even more awesome than I ever expected. They did it, guys. It looks like they did it. So let's see what the third game is. I'm really psyched that they did that. All right, let me see what I feel in here. I feel another cartridge. I feel this is definitely a Genesis cart. Yeah, that's a Genesis cart. Okay, guys. Our third game of the box. Is it another movie tie-in title? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Toy Story! Oh man, this is actually a really fun game on the Genesis.
Toy Story, the video game. So real, you're there.
Now for Sega Genesis, coming for Super NES, system not included.
Get into it.
I actually rented this game back in the day. It actually had, I mean, I'll tell you, for a 16-bit game, the graphics in the Toy Story game is actually pretty impressive. If I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure it was the first Toy Story, or maybe it was Toy Story 2, but I feel like that would be like PlayStation. But if I recall correctly, the animation style in this game was like, had a 3D look to it. Like, it was very, very cool looking for the time of the Genesis being 16-bit. And again, a nice clean cartridge. The label's nice and clean. No issues on here. There's, you know, a little scratch on the back, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Pins are looking pretty good. I've always found that the Genesis pins always have like kind of this brownish tint to them, so sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not they're clean. I always give these a good clean before playing them. I use the 1-Up cards and everything. Actually, I'll show you one of them. This one's a used one. This one is dirty, though, so I have a cleaner one, but I use the 1-Up cards to clean them. This one's going to be going in the trash real soon because, as you can see, the pads are getting pretty grimy there, so clearly I'm using them. This is awesome. So we got another Disney interactive game. First we got Jungle Book. Now we got Toy Story, diving into the world of Pixar. And these games are pretty fun. They were fun platformers, and they got really tricky, some of them. I remember Toy Story 2 more. There was also like the Buzz Lightyear spin-offs that came out with that, and they get pretty tricky. And then the more recent stuff I've played with Toy Story was actually in the Disney Infinity games, which are a lot of fun also. So Toy Story, a great movie, and a pretty fun movie tie-in game, if I remember correctly. I remember having fun when I rented this one, so that is awesome. All right, everybody, we got one more game. 3 movie tie-in games already. Exactly what I asked for, which is awesome. So, I think it's safe to say this 4th and final game is going to be a movie tie-in as well. So, let's see what we got. 4th and final game of the box. Let me reach in. This is a case, guys. We got a large case. This is a large case game, so this could be... Actually, let me feel, does it have the hole on the end? If it has the hole on the... This might be a GameCube game, everybody. And what I'm looking for is on the edge of the GameCube cases, there was a little hole for a strip to go into it that was a security blocker for rental places. And I remember back in the day, I worked at a Blockbuster, and these strips would go in there, and I had a little tool at the counter that would pull the strip out so the case could open. It was a security measure, so people couldn't just open the case and take the disc out. So I'm thinking this is a GameCube game. So let's see what we got. Movie tie-in. I just almost dropped the box off the thing here. Here we go. Let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. It is a GameCube game, everybody. It is movie tie-in. It is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I have never played this game. I've played... Man, which game was it? I played a Harry Potter game. It wasn't Goblet of Fire. This is what? This is the fourth movie, I think. Goblet is the fourth. I never played this game. I did play one of the later movies. It might have been like the finale of the series. It's kind of funny that we just got a Harry Potter game because just released, it either came out today or just a couple days ago, a brand new Harry Potter game came out featuring the sport Quidditch that they play in the movies and in the books. So it's a Quidditch game that came out. And then the really cool thing for PlayStation users, if you have PS Plus, it's the free game of the month. If you're a PlayStation player on PS4 or PlayStation 5 and you have PS Plus, get Quidditch for free. It's on there. But I have never played this Harry Potter game. Look, it even had a free movie ticket inside. That's pretty funny. But we got a GameCube game, and clearly from like some sort of a store or rental, there was a price tag here that got ripped off, so that's okay. But overall, the case is in good shape. We get a look at the back here, and you get a little shot of their character models at the top there. And no real gameplay being shown there. Let's see, are we complete in box? Yes, we are, everybody. We are complete in box. We've got the manual. It's in good condition. Let's check the condition of the disc itself. Looking real good, guys. That's a nice, clean disc. There's not... I mean, there's like little fingerprints. I don't see a single scratch on this thing, guys. This game might have never been played. Let's see. It says, can you master the magic? Experience the excitement of the movies when you play as Harry, Ron, and Hermione in this breathtaking adventure packed with action and magic. Combine your magic and play with up to 2 friends to create more powerful charms and jinxes. This is a 3-player game. Experiment with the magic. Explore the world of Hogwarts to discover new spell uses and combinations. Compete in the Triwizard Tournament, facing the deadly Hungarian Horntail Dragon, the icy depths of the Black Lake, and an enchanted maze. So yeah, it takes you through the movie, which is pretty cool. Plus there's a dragon in it, which is awesome. I always like games that have dragons, especially movies that have dragons. So this is awesome. We got all movie tie-in games this month. I mean, that's pretty sweet. Can I zoom this camera in? There we go. There's our haul right there. I know movie tie-in games get a bad rep, but you know what? I've fell in love with a lot of them over the years. So to see that we actually got this, that now the gears are turning. I'm trying to think like what other themes could we potentially do and see if we could actually get them. But this is exciting. The fact that that's an option. Now again, I'm not gonna bug them with things like that all the time. I would never take it that far to be a nuisance, with them. But I'm pretty happy with this haul right here. I mean, that's pretty cool. But I'm going to think up some ideas of themes. And what I would love to hear, I would love to hear from the Matt Cave Gaming community. Let me know in the comments of this video, what kind of a theme would you like to see in an upcoming Video Games Monthly unboxing video? What kind of themes could we have? We tried out movie tie-ins. We could certainly try it again in the future, but I'm thinking we could try something new on the upcoming boxes. Hey, we could go for all sports games if we wanted to. All kinds of stuff. Maybe all fighting games, get all Mortal Kombats and Street Fighters and all kinds of stuff like that. Whatever we could think of, we could potentially request it. Through them here one more time, and the first game we pulled was Jungle Book on the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear, which I love that handheld, and I have an adapter for my Hyperkin Retron 5 so I can play these on my TV, which is awesome. So that was the first one we pulled, and then we pulled just the iconic Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. I can't wait to play this. I played this on the Game Gear, and I think I played it on the Genesis as well, so I'm really looking forward to playing this on the Super Nintendo. Then we pulled Pixar's and Disney's Toy Story on the Sega Genesis, another fun game. I remember renting this as a kid. And then the final game we pulled tonight is on the GameCube, and we got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire for the Nintendo GameCube. And it's in really, really good condition, complete in box. So overall, I am so happy that VGM was able to fulfill this request. I thought I was like, oh, this is just silly, but it couldn't hurt to ask, and we'll see what we could do. And they responded like right away, and they thanked me for reaching out, and they're like, we'll see what we can do. Well done, VGM. Well done, guys. If you have not checked out videogamesmonthly.com, please go check them out. It's so much fun. I love building up my collection again through this service. It's exciting to get the mystery box and find these amazing games that you can play. Sometimes though, you're gonna get games that you've never heard of, and maybe, I don't know, sometimes you might get a stinker in there every once in a while. But you know what? It's all a matter of opinion, right? Some games that a lot of people hate, some people love them. I fall into that category all the time. Stuff people hate, I end up kind of liking it. So you can get some really cool games. You can get some hidden gems you've never heard of. And it's just a fun experience. Thank you again for joining me down in the Mac Cave for another Video Games Monthly unboxing. What do you think of the games we got this month? Have you played them? Do you like them? Or do we just get a whole bunch of stinkers? You let me know down in the comments. And until next time, keep retro gaming alive, because one day your games will be retro too. I'll see you guys on the next one.